All right, guys, big week this week on the drop. We got tons of new product, including a brand new custom color from Bumblebee Custom Lures. How's it going, guys? Travis here from Tackle Bros, aka Tackle Prez on Instagram. My good friend Ashton is behind the camera at QTR_46. And that's the technicalities. That's it. That's our stuff. We got a lot of cool stuff this week on the drop. I'm gonna start pretty hot at the gate as per usual, and we're gonna get right into one of my favorite brands in the shop. I'm a big bladed jig guy. I throw a ton of bladed jigs all year long. It's something we do a lot. All the guys in the shop do it. And one of our favorite brands for that is Bumblebee Custom Lures. Now, a lot of you guys will be familiar with this. This is a small Japanese brand. So my good friend Satoshi, who owns Bumblebee Custom Lures, we got together with him this year in Japan earlier in the year, maybe in, I think it was in March. We sat down, I said, you know what, you got a lot of amazing colors, but there's a couple core colors that really work here in North America that we need. So this week I bring to you guys nothing really special, but something definitely needed in the B blade. This is gonna be pearl white and matte black. So these are going to be available in both the narrow and the standard blade. They're going to be only available in 3/8 ounce. Now, he also came out with a new size of bladed jig, and we'll get into that, but I'm going to open one of these guys up and kind of walk you through it. So this is an amazing little JDM bladed jig. So there it is. It's going to have sort of a narrower head. It's going to be all hand-tied skirting, which is generally a very premium feature. I love hand-tied stuff. I hate when you get those little collars on there, those little plastic collars. They sit in your box for 6 months, they fall off, you get very sad about it. It's gonna have a really good hook keeper and Ryugi hooks. So we're a huge fan of Ryugi here in the shop. It's one of our favorite hook brands. A ton of us use, you know, I mean, most of my hooks are between them, and I use a little bit of everything, to be fair. But a lot of guys in the shop are, you know, exclusively Ryugi, or, you know, we mix them in somehow. Ryugi hook, very important on this. Sticky sharp, gets them pinned, and then the blade. So this is going to be the narrow version. So it's going to be a smaller blade. What that's going to do is give it a different sound in the water. It's going to be a lot more subtle. So if guys all around you are throwing bladed jigs, you can chuck this one, catch a couple fish behind them. It's just another good look. Now, for me, I've been using the narrow blade or the speed blade from Raid a lot. So those are the smaller blade sizes for your fishing for smallmouth. For some reason, I feel like I have more confidence fishing for smallmouth with that smaller blade for some reason. Maybe it's a different pitch. I'm not really sure. Here is the matte black version with the full size blade. This is the B blade original. And then this is the B blade narrow. So same profile, same skirting, same hook, just a completely downsized little blade on the front of it. This is the matte black version. So this is gonna have, again, black skirting, same hand tied. It's gonna have a black blade, which for me was very important. I think I stumbled onto this color combo throwing a black football jig a lot. And then it transitioned into swim baits. It's transitioned now into spy baits that we're doing. And now here we are with a bladed jig. So this one's, the only bit of color is gonna be that little blast of blue on top of the head. So it's gonna pair up good with black blue. It's gonna pair up good with straight black. Speaking of pairing up, we also have the blade sticks in stock. So this is a new color. This is going to be pink gold. And then we also restocked all the colors. This is actually one of my favorite, Shirasu. Shireo? Shireo. 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 So this one's obviously going to pair up really nicely with the white one. There's a ton of other options for the black. I've been using the Doe Live stick a lot as a trailer for it while we've been playing around with it. Just an amazing kind of mid-price point, high-end JDM bladed jig. I'm going to run through all the colors, but again, Tackle Bros, exclusive color, now available, pearl white, matte black. And then from there, we are going to have, so I'm gonna run through the 3/8 and then we'll get into the new size. So first one up here is gonna be Gil Black. This was the most popular color last time we got these in. It's also been a very long time since we had a restock of these. I think, you know, coming up close to a year now. We're gonna have Ghost Shad. So just an amazing shad color. Green Pumpkin Chartreuse. We're gonna have Chartreuse Blackback. And Wakasagi Pink, all coming back in the regular blade. And then the narrow blade, we're gonna have, I think, almost all the same colors. Yep, so we're gonna have that Gil Black, we're gonna have the Ghost Shad, we're gonna have Sharp Black, Blackback Chartreuse, Blackback Chartreuse, Shad Gold, Sexy Shad, and then finally Wakasagi Pink. So all those are now back in stock and new in stock from Bumblebee Custom Lures. Now, he has come out with a new size in the B-Blade. So for you guys that are kind of, I would say up north or maybe down in Texas, where you're just trying to tick the tops of the grass, you're not trying to really get down in the grass, you're trying to stay up, this is gonna be a good option for you. So he's come out with a new 1/4 ounce size in just the original blade. So it's going to be available in most of the same colors, I believe. Yep. So this is going to be Sexy Shad in the new 1/4 ounce original blade. We're going to have Ghost Shad again. We're going to have Gil Black again, Green Pumpkin Shad again, and then Chartreuse Blackback again. So if you guys are kind of trying to keep this up in the water column a bit, this is a great option. Those are now all available, and then the trailers are also available. Also new from Bumblebee Custom Lures, and most of the time he just tries to stay with the blades. He's starting to branch out a little bit. So we've decided to bring in his valuable basic straight worms. They're going to be 3.8 inches only. Basically just a very slim worm profiled bait. This type of bait is extremely popular in Japan. Guys will drop shot this, they'll Nico rig it, they'll wacky rig it, they'll just fish it weightless is a very common way to fish this. 3.8 inch size seems to be the most common. This one right here is going to be Ebi Miso. Really cool one. We're also going to have Rose Skin. Green pumpkin seeds, so just your standard green pumpkin. Coke. Coal is a very common color in Japan. It's kind of like a scuppernong. And then finally, we're gonna have purple shrimp. Not sure why it's purple shrimp. There doesn't seem to be any purple in it, but cool color nonetheless. So that is all in from Bumblebee Custom Lures. Go and give them a follow over on Instagram at Bumblebee Custom Lures. He'd love to see you guys, all your fish catching pictures using his lures. He reposts a lot of stuff. Really cool guy. Small Japanese business, and we're happy to have in the shop. All right, quick insertion of a restock from Shimano that we rarely ever see. Generally, these come in and liquidate right out of here. This is my favorite spinning reel ever made. This is the Shimano Exsence 3000. It's, in my opinion, it is the top tier Shimano. I know a lot of you guys will say Stella, a lot of guys will say Exist. For me, how I fish, this is my all-time favorite reel. Like I said, usually we get these in and the local guys eat them up before we can even get them online to you guys. But these are finally back in stock from Shimano. I just want to touch base on that because I don't know when when was the last time we put these online?
3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a long time. So Exsence finally in stock, online and in store, obviously. All right, new from Daiwa. For you musky guys have been asking me to bring these in a lot. Now, the Lexa has become one of our best-selling musky reels, probably behind the Pro Rex, I would say. They kind of surpassed Tranks a couple years ago. I know this area, a lot of guys really like Tranks and have kind of been moving over recently. For you Tranks 500 guys, I now have another option for you. This is going to be the Lexa-HD 500. This is a big guy. I got big hands. This fits me good. So if you are looking for a 500 size casting reel, we have, I don't know who needs this. 400 has always been the proper size for me. It's pretty badass, but it's big. This is a big, yeah. Check that out. Yeah, it looks tiny in your hands, dude.
Well, it's
Look
tiny. My hands are massive.
You got little baby hands, dude. Yeah, so Lexa 500 HD. This is only going to be available in a 7-to-1 gear ratio in the left and right hand, and only with a power handle. So if you're looking for the paddle style handle with the 2 grips. Not available in a 500, only with the power handle. Should I fully spec it out? I'm gonna fully spec it out. So this is gonna be 497 grams, so 17.6 ounces. A heavy reel. It's gonna have 28 pounds of drag, 37.7 inches per turn, 6 bearings, 1 roller, 7 1-to-1 gear ratio. Yeah, Lexa-fied. Black box. So for you trout guys, BFS guys, maybe ice fishing guys, even though that word is sacrilegious around here, we don't say ice fishing until January. I hate ice fishing. Anyways, we're gonna bring to you the Presso wallet. We'll get to these after, but it is specifically designed to hold little spoons for like trout fishing. So, oh, little tiny thing there. So basically it has these PVC inserts. Basically just hang your spoons in there, kind of like that. So you're gonna have this side, then you're gonna have a little plastic divider, and then you're gonna have a whole middle section, so it's 2-sided, another plastic divider, another place to put your little spoons. This is great if you're using inline spinners. Any BFS style baits are gonna fit in here perfectly, but ultimately designed specifically for kind of holding those little spoons. I'm gonna have it in 1 size, 2 colors, so it's gonna be available in this kind of black orange that you see here, and then I'm gonna have just a straight black. So this one says Presso in orange, Presso in black with a big orange badging on it. Yeah, pretty cool thing from Daiwa. This is part of their, obviously, Presso lineup, which is kind of their more trout forward, BFS forward line, I would say. And then also from Daiwa, which I showed you there, is going to be the, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation. This one hurts me.
Show it up first and then let people guess.
All right. I'm gonna butcher it, but Qunai. I don't think that's a bad shout. We're gonna call these Qunai spoons, little Qunai spoons. So these are going to be basically a trout BFS kind of, I would say more trout forward. I think that's fair play. These are gonna be available in 3 different sizes, 4 colors. So I'm gonna have a 2.5 gram, a 4 gram, and a 7 gram. I'm gonna show you the 7 gram, that's a little bit easier to see. This is going to be, big name, confirmed, Fat Orange Mango. That's a big name. Oh, they're all fat. Fat Ikura. Only the 7 gram are called fat, so I'm not gonna call them by fat. We're gonna go Gold Red. And then we're gonna have Sakura Yamame. This is something we haven't had a lot of variety of in the store. Been doing my best to bring in some more trout style stuff. I know that up here there's a good market for it. There's a lot of guys going out catching trout. That's why we started to bring in stuff like the Rosante series, all of the great hunting stuff. This is just kind of in addition to all that. These are barbed. So if you're in an area where they do not allow barbs, you'll probably switch these out. All right, so from Daiwa Evergreen X-Braid, I have 3. Now there's gonna be 2 sizes, which I actually just noticed. So the Daiwa version and the X-Braid version are going to be slightly larger than the Evergreen version. Now, basically all these is long inner cases. You guys are familiar with the Ryugi ones. You're familiar with the Megabass ones. This is essentially a elongated version of these. Now, a lot of guys will use these for line storage. It's gonna have a clear top in it, so you can see right through into your box. These fit line spools perfectly. That's what I've always used these for. You can store soft plastics in here. You can store hard baits in here. It's gonna fit pretty much everywhere in your boat, or if you have a bag, it's probably not gonna fit in your bag. It will fit in that Ryugi case, but it'll probably knock your ratio of bags off. I mean, that Ryugi one will fit 6 of the Ryugis. It's not going to fit 6 of these. It'll probably fit like 2 weird way, and yeah. So yeah, mostly these are going to be for boats, or if you have a shop where you have all of your tackle and you just want something to organize some line, this is going to be a great option. 3 different logos on them. So this is the Daiwa version. If you guys are just massive X-Braid fans, we also brought in the X-Braid version. And then finally, my personal favorite, the Evergreen version. So Those three are now available from their respective brands. Pretty cool little product. Just keep in mind, this one is a little bit shallower. I'll actually hold it up just so you can kind of see the difference here. It's slight, but it's there. So just something I thought I'd point out. Also from Daiwa, we brought in 2 new rod lineups. So the first one, this is an ICAST release. I'm gonna take one out. I mean, look at that handle. So this is going to be Daiwa's ultra high-end sort of, it's a trout line. Let's put it that way. But a lot of these models for you BFS guys, they're gonna apply. If you're a panfish fisherman or you fish a lot of crappie, they're going to apply to you. These are very high-end rods. You can see like these are all that sort of wood grained handle. Really, really nice styling. Great. Actually, this reel seat is so nice, man. They're going to have a ton of different type of action. I'll open up a casting rod just so you guys can see them. Should I run through all the actions? Yeah. I'm going to run through the actions. That's what we do here. Again, this is a brand new 2024 ICAST product from Daiwa. Trout market, boom, okay? BFS. I think we should stop putting species-specific labeling on stuff because, I mean, I know for me, there's some walleye rods that I love. I'll run through this spinning rod lineup for you first, then we'll do casting. So the first one that I have here is a 7-foot ultralight. We're gonna have a 6-foot ultralight. These are all one piece, by the way. A lot of ultralights, Ash, you can feel it. It's a 6.6 ultralight, a 6.6 light. We're gonna have a 7-foot light. We're going to have a 7.6 ultralight, and finally a 7.6 light in the spinning. So for you guys looking for ultralight, light, finesse, you know, panfish, crappie, trout, they have you completely covered. These are beautiful styled rods. For you BFS fans, I'm gonna have 2 models available in the new Presso Air lineup. This one right here that I'm holding is going to be the 6.8 light. Keep in mind, these are very, very, very soft parabolic rods. So kind of perfect for what a lot of you BFS guys are using. Pairs up perfectly with a Pixie. You can also put one of those round conventional style, like a 50 size reel on this guy. It's gonna work amazing. This reel seat might be the most satisfying reel seat I've ever cinched down. I'm not kidding, dude. That's pretty fun. It's like weighted. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, so this is the reel handle for the bait casting version. Again, they're staying with that wood style of handle. It's gonna relay a ton of sensitivity. 6.8 light, and then we are also going to have a 5'10" ultralight. That is the all-new Presso Air in stock from Daiwa. All right, this next one is a really cool one, and I'm gonna put an emphasis on one because I literally got one. So this is going to be the all-new Steez reel control in the, this is a 5'10" XUL ST, so solid tip, 5'10". This is Kiyoya Fujita's sort of mid-strolling rod. This has taken the title of most expensive rod in the shop. This is not for everybody. This is very, very, very specific. Now, the other downside about this, a lot of people don't like it. For me, it doesn't really matter as long as they join it here. This is a multi-piece rod. This is the lightest rod I've ever felt. I mean, it's not even close. You felt it.
It's literally the lightest rod.
Yeah, this is the lightest rod I've ever felt. And I don't mean power. I mean, like, in my hand, it feels like there's nothing. Now, this rod is gonna have a ton of tip, and it actually, for an extra ultralight, has a ton of backbone. When I heard about the specs on this rod, I was kind of like, man, no one's ever gonna use that. And then I got it in my hand, and I'm like, you know what? This would actually work for mid-strolling because it's tip, backbone. That's what you need for mid-strolling. That's solid tip. That's kind of a big key in this, right? So extra soft tip, and then still parabolic, but then boom, backbone, right? So this is going to have AGS guides. Obviously, it's going to have all of Daiwa's most top-end premium components. They don't make a lot of these. Now, I ordered several. I got one. Like, this is the one. So these come in a really cool Steez reel control cover. Like I said, this is the title for most expensive rod in the shop now. I'll give you a kind of lure rating, 0.3 to 2.7 grams. This is gonna have a line rating of 1 to 3 pound test. You know if you need this. I don't need to tell you. If this rod makes sense to you, we have one. So the all new Steez Reel Control is now in stock.
The coolest rod on earth.
It is a really cool rod, man. Like when I picked that thing up, I've never used or picked up a rod where I could feel the tag so much.
Crazy.
Like I wanted to cut the tag off to get a real look at it, but yeah, man, it's beautiful. Like this reel seat, this is the zero reel seat. So this is, again, ultra premium stuff from Daiwa, man. These have carbon wrapped guides. So normally where you're seeing sort of, you know, string there, no, this is carbon fiber. Now let's move to a cool rod, not equally as cool. Walleye guys. I never forget about you. I think about the walleye people, especially in northern USA and Canada. I brought in the entire line of TDI rods. So this is Daiwa's walleye specific rod lineup. So this is a affordable, well-made Daiwa rod. These are gonna be $129 US, about $169 Canadian. These are available in a ton of different actions. Now, you walleye guys, you know what you want. I have a lot of the short ones. I have some of the longer ones. I'm not gonna run through them all because there's about 1 million of them, all spinning. There's no casting. This is a spinning specific lineup. There's some multi-piece. This one I have here is a 2-piece. There's also a lot of 1-piece in this lineup. I think majority 1-piece in this lineup. So it's just gonna be ferruled there in the middle. You're gonna kind of bring it in, a little slide, boom. So yeah, so if you need, you know, just a travel rod that you want to stick in the back of the car, this is a good one, pretty affordable. And then if you are a little bit more hardcore, like some of you walleye guys are, like this is a 6'9" medium. I know it's a common rod. These actions and rods are a walleye guy's dream. If you target walleye or pickerel, what everybody calls them these days, I don't know, they're walleye. This is a great rod, something to look at. This is the new TDI series from Daiwa. Ton of different models, all spinning. And then last but not least, we recently released a video of me going over some of my favorite G.Loomis spinning rods. We see a huge restock in NRX this week. So we're gonna have a bunch of the spinning actions, a bunch of the casting actions. I think most of them are back in stock, if not all, at the time of filming. Loomis stuff generally doesn't last very long in the shop, so if you've been looking for any spinning or casting in the NRX Plus lineup, right now, I think almost all of them are finally back in stock. All right, little wardrobe change. Since we filmed, more stuff has come in, and we actually forgot a couple things, so I wanted to jump back in here and carry on. So let's get back to Evergreen. So we're gonna start right here with the Evergreen Gizmo. Now this is Evergreen's sort of top water bug style bait. Seems to be really popular in the kayak market. So we brought 4 new colors of this guy in. We're gonna have this one right here, which is gonna be Chartreuse Orange Marble. We're gonna have Bone. This will be a popular one for sure. We're gonna have Bubblegum Pink. And then we're also gonna have Sight Black. 4 new colors in the Evergreen Gizmo lineup. If you're a bank fisherman or a pond fisherman, these will definitely apply for you. Check these out from Evergreen. And then completely opposite end of the spectrum, we have brought in the new Evergreen Combat Rat. So if you're not familiar with this is basically a single segmented topwater wake bait. Looks like a rat. They're pretty cool. This is a larger bait, so I'll spec this one out for you. This one is going to be 5.8 inches, 2.3 ounces, so 65 grams, type floating. So proper wake bait. I'm going to have 7 colors for you. I'll run through them really quick. We're going to start right here with Matte Black. So that's a great one right there. Olive Gold Flash, Gray Flash. We're going to have Matte White. That'll be a popular one for sure. Big Bite Chartreuse, Pink Rat, and then Combat Rat. So this one's going to be sort of like a brown, white belly, pink tail. Really cool topwater wake baits for you big bait guys. I know these have been out for a little bit, but this is our first time getting them. Now finally, something we've been waiting a very long time in the shop for. This is sort of the reason why I brought in BKK. We are going to have the BKK OCD fully loaded hook organizer. So This is basically going to come with every hook you could possibly need loaded into this little tray here. So they're all going to come in these hard plastic cases. What I'm going to do, instead of breaking it down in this video, I'm going to do a full video on this. So I'm going to break it down, let you guys know everything that's in it. This is a very expensive box, but keep in mind it does come with all of these hooks. So once you run out of them, you just refill the little boxes. There's 48 different type of hooks in here in total, from drop shot weights to primal lock baits. We're gonna have swim bait hooks, drop shot hooks. You even have treble hooks. So this has a little bit of everything for what you can do. And then also comes with this super sweet little BKK armor point wristband, if you're a wristband guy. So yeah, these are now available. I do not have a lot of these, so if you've been looking for them, this might be something you want to jump onto. This is the medium-sized box, OCD, fully loaded. We're gonna drop, should we drop a bonus video? We're gonna drop a bonus walkthrough video of this tomorrow or on Saturday. So check these ones out from BKK. Super excited to get these in. Fully loaded OCD box. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us this week on the drop. You're definitely going to want to check out next week. We got a ton of really cool stuff coming in. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Make sure you hit that like button, give us a subscribe, follow us on Instagram. You guys know the rest. See you later.